Hello everybody, welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero video. Today we're going to be completing the side story that, I guess takes place after, what happened last episode. Oh wow. Um, yeah, so without further ado, let's continue. Here you are, Belle. Fufu and the others are still dealing with stuff at the temple, and I can't get away either. But the Defense Force commander at Scott Outpost contacted me, saying they finally made some progress on that investigation I helped them with in the Lost Void. That matter is quite tricky, and it might be related to the miasma and the Linian Hollow. I think I'd feel better leaving this to you. The Lost Void. That's right, the Defense Force rescued several people corrupted by miasma from the Lost Void area of Hollow Zero. It's a bit complicated, so I'll spare you the details. All the specifics from the last investigation are on file, and I'm about to take you to Captain Roland to check them out. Oh, right, I remember. Fufu mentioned that you two crossed paths in the Lost Void. Are you familiar with the situation at Scott Outpost? Pretty familiar. Although we've never discussed this before, that's exactly the kind of answer I expected. Perfect. Captain Roland is already waiting for us. Yuzuan Shifu and captain of the independent investigation team. Looks like you two, do know each other. Anyway, Belle is now a registered disciple of Yunque's Summit, and I want to assign her to investigate the miasma and the Lost Void. No problem. The outpost had quite a few matters before that this esteemed investigator helped us resolve. Looks like we need help on this too. Since you left the Lost Void, holy crap! Since you left the Lost Void last time, Yuzuan Shifu, I've gathered some new information. But would you like to go over your previous findings? Go over the findings? Not necessary. The areas inside the Lost Void are incredibly complex environments, and add to that the recent miasma corruption event. I believe by experiencing it firsthand, can one fully decode all of the information within? You should have my investigation files from last time. Just hand them over to Belle. Get another VR headset. Once she's fully immersed, she'll understand everything. So now, to be precise, I just want you to go through my previous investigation process. It's not as good as being there in person, but it's definitely safer. We just need to understand the situation first. No need to rush headfirst into danger yet. Although the divination says the key to this master lies with you, to say that you could sweep through miasma-infested areas in the Lost Void for the first time and solve everything in one go without any preparation. No need to consult the Oracle. We all know how slim this chance is. I think so, too. Ahem. I'll go ahead and grant you both access to the archives now. Alright. Oh. I did this a little bit ago. Story. Alright then. Uh, one second. Alright. Okay, we might as well select the...
If you need help, call me anytime.
What is up with my character roster?
I'm sorry.
I don't understand. That's not... Why is it random?
This is the path I follow. Strike!
Anyway...
Eradicate. Only the brave will win.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Alright.
You must be Ishwan Shifu. I've heard a lot about you.
Captain Roland. I remember you. You're the Defense Force liaison at Scott Outpost. What brings you to Swabian Temple today?
It's about the outpost. We recently rescued a number of independent investigators from Hollow Zero during a routine patrol. They were all exhibiting signs of miasma exposure.
Miasma? How peculiar. The presence of miasma has greatly diminished since the fall of the old capital. I've only seen it in Lemnian Hollow in the past few years. But if it's manifesting in Hollow Zero, that certainly is unprecedented.
We had some researchers from Waifei Peninsula check the investigator's condition. It turns out that the symptoms were indeed caused by miasma corruption. It was not some coincidence or shared delusion of any kind.
Well, the line between what's real and what's imagined is often far thinner than people would believe.
Huh?
Let's get back to the matter at hand.
The independent investigators had all the proper gear, compliant carrots, clear routes. The works. But they wouldn't give us any credentials, ID, or explain what they were doing in Hollow Zero. Since we didn't have proof of them breaking any rules, we couldn't force them to tell us the source of their carrot. So all we could do was plan out routes based on the locations where we rescued them, and investigate from there.
I see. So what is it that you seek from me?
The route we're taking next is in close proximity to the Lost Void, and not many investigators are qualified to go that deep. I heard that you have a way to effectively suppress miasma. We were hoping you would join us in this investigation.
Alright. Each one waves a quick set of hands.
I've consulted the divination.
Oh
The
crap.
key to solving this matter lies not with me, but with one whom I will encounter on this trip. The signs suggest that we may still find what we seek if we set off now.
Really? In that case, now's the perfect time to go.
Not quite.
Oh? How long should we wait then?
The most opportune moment was yesterday.
Then I guess we'd better get moving. Do you need to inform your disciples before we depart?
This is but a small errand. No need to trouble them.
What about the talisman you'll use to suppress the miasma? Don't you need to prepare those?
Rather than preparing the talismans beforehand, I think we'd better play it by ear.
Interesting. Alright, Tifu, another one. Yeah, when we found her, she was already delirious. From what oh my god, from what she was saying, her symptoms seemed similar to the previous case. I noticed you were nearby, so I wanted to ask you to come check this oh my god, to come check out the situation with me. Yizhuan glanced at the investigator and swiftly drew a talisman. No doubt it's miasma corruption. Take this talisman and get him out of the hollow quickly. There might still be a chance to save him. I'll head out right away. His carrot data seems to have lost its core components, but remaining a piece of guidance is still readable. I'll leave this with you then. Maybe we can find his companions with this. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, are they gonna say goodbye or not? Holy crap. I'll head straight back after getting supplies, aiming to meet up with you as soon as possible. Alright, and these are just ability. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, there's actual dialogue that I'm gonna skip. Alright, I've now unlocked everything. Okay. Let's see. I guess what we can do is something like this and I thought I already had this. Weird. Automatically dodge attack, triggering perfect dodge will increase neon damage. Sure, I'll do this then.
Fine.
There we go. Okay, what's the path? So, left, right, and it doesn't really matter which one we do. Combat coins and combat resonance. Okay. Alright, hello. Honestly, these tiny little pieces of dialogue don't really matter. So because, yeah. Alright, what the hell? There we go. Yeah, I freaking love Caesar. Caesar. Oh, there we go.
Hi. You
New
must be the help
agent?
that Captain Roland mentioned?
New agent?
Correct. And since you've yet to insult me, I presume you're Orphe?
Yes,
Oh my
that's
god.
me. Sorry, she doesn't feel like talking right now. I'm not the best at analysis, but let me give it a go. So we've located a few coordinates. There was the one from earlier, and
I'll take it from here.
Oh, Trigger.
I'm sure Captain Roland has already filled you in about the miasma victims we found in Hollow Zero.
Yes. The ethereal we faced just now was clearly spawned from miasma. There's no longer any doubt. Miasma has clearly taken root in Hollow Zero.
I knew it.
I told them that ages
What
ago.
the
I can't
hell?
believe those higher-ups are bringing in outside help. What are they thinking?
Is
We could've
that her
handled this ourselves.
tail?
Hold on. The whole miasma thing is already bad enough. And now suspicious investigators are showing up in the hollow? We can't just...
Whatever. Just finish what you're saying and let's get moving. All
Oh
this
my
time
God.
we wasted talking to her could have been spent wiping out another wave of ethereals.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm okay.
Anyway, we're trying to figure out a pattern to the victim's coordinates and see if those locations can be traced back to the source of the miasma. But the coordinates we got don't exactly match the area miasma readings are the strongest. What do you think? Should we keep chasing this lead?
With just the four of us, it's unlikely that we'll be able to pinpoint the flow of miasma. I suggest we split up and follow the coordinates of those suspicious individuals.
Alright then. Sure. Let's go through here, I guess. Okay, hold up. Let me. Alright, I was just putting on some chapstick. Alright. Gain energy generation rate, damage down, non-ability increase. I guess this. Oh, man, it doesn't really. I guess I'll just, why can't you even switch characters? There we go, there's Trigger. You meet again, Yuzuan Shifu. I got here first and already cleared out the ethereals in the area. How's it looking? Just some ordinary ethereals. Can't see any connection between them and miasma, or those ether crystals the victims kept muttering about. Hope I'm not looking for the wrong direction. Got any theories? None of them at the moment. But those delirious survivors, those fake investigators in their neat outfits, And those strange words I kept muttering, they all remind me of a movie. Movie? Yeah, have you heard of Behemoth? I have. So you're saying those people might be working for someone who can control and profit from the ethereals? Yeah, but is something like that even real? The Hollow is vast and anything is possible within. If we can find a fake investigator with intact sanity, we might get some new intel. Alright, let's split up and keep investigating. Alright, after cleaning up the ethereal around here, I managed to get something good out of it. Here, this is for you. Oh, sure. Oh, alright then. I was wondering whether there's gonna be more story from this thing. Okay, this, gear coins would be long. How much gear coins do I even have? Oh. Sure. And sure. There we go. Ooh. Please help the 2-1's parent. If we make it out of here, let's never come back to this place. What's up with your parent? Someone terrifying ethereals just showed up. Never seen these kinds before. And they kept chasing after us. Everyone made it to the bunker over there, and that's how we survived. But after the ethereals disappeared, the bunker door won't open. I can get out, but my parent and friends can't get out. Kind investigator lady, please save them, I beg you. I'll give it a shot, but I need to check out the situation first. Thank you, they're all over there. Please be careful, lady. Alright.
Soar with the wind. Be careful.
Alright. There we go.
Awaken!
Oh.
My blade is already sheathed.
I really wonder if Miyabi's better than
Weakling.
Leave it to me.
what is the Yuzuan Shifu?
Be gone. Concentrate.
I'm not sure. What is he doing? Oh. He's combat, okay. Oh, speaking of combat.
Take
There
this.
we go. Parent's still alive. Is this the emergency switch or is it the security door? I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna save my parent. Wait, why? Military bunkers in Hollow Zero are equipped with defense protocols. The doors won't open now. They might have been triggered already. If you accidentally hit any more switches, you might not only fail to save your parent, but could also attract more enemies. Right. But what do? Let's look for the manual first. The ethereals can't even read. Why do they hide the manuals so well anyway? Alright, let's see what kind of classified info we've got here. Okay, detection of ethereal or other hostile units entering the bunker. Detection of multiple open/close commands issued to scan channel. Detection of the rest of the text is blurry and illegible. So, can my parent come out? Maybe, but first I need to know what each of them did when they went through security. I'm not gonna remember anything I just read, to be honest. You. The security system's on high alert and we can't just open it for anyone. Tell me how you managed to slip into the bunker. Dang, the defense force. How could they use such an outdated defense protocol for such a crucial bunker? I can barely remember what happened. All I know is that there were ethereals chasing me, and this iron door was coming down so dang slow, I had to smack that switch like crazy before it finally closed. Seriously, to think that my cause of death would be got myself trapped in an abandoned bunker while running away with my tail between my legs, couldn't open the security door to escape the hollow, and gradually turned into an ethereal being. When oh my god, when I see that guy in hell, he's definitely gonna laugh his butt off at me. Yuzhuan quickly surveyed the interior of the bunker. On the access control panel at the inner wall, there were several hasty and messy handprints. Hasty and messy handprints. What about you? Security systems on high alert. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this dialogue. Okay, made it in right after my first attempt. So she made it in right after her first attempt. She had to run in there and press on a bunch of switches and whatnot. What about you? What do you have to do? Jumps through the gap between the yard doors and exploded. Select more enemies. What's the door? More enemies. The panic. Oh wait, no, it was the impatient one. Crap. Oh, do I have to do this all over again? Oh yeah. Oh. This is what happens if I get it wrong? Holy crap.
Concentrate.
What is happening?
Be gone. Obliterate form and spirit.
This.
Release.
There you go. Boom.
I'm unstoppable.
And boom. There we go. Okay. There are more enemies. Impatient. What? I'm so lost. Let's get these guys out of the way.
It's over.
I mean, then again, I wasn't really reading anything, so... Yeah. Money. There you go. Don't do that.
Be gone.
Alright.
Home is where the head is? Dirty tricks.
Boom. And boom. There you go. Hey.
What a nuisance. Right.
Let's do that. There you go. Okay. So I messed up on every single one, basically.
You saved me. Thank you. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I would have lost Void. All for a few measly dennies. To risk one's life for money is hardly uncommon. But surely it wasn't just a few measly dennies that led you all the way here, no?
Yeah, the pay is pretty good.
But given your abilities, you probably don't need any.
Why don't you tell me how much?
Hmm.
Huh. Wow. Heavens. That much? I'm so jealous. Quick, tell me, who's your employer?
Huh?
I mean, why don't you tell me what brings you here to the Lost Void?
Okay. You did save my life. So
She let
I've
her
got nothing
inner
to hide from
girly
you.
come out.
My teammates and I risked everything to come out here and mine a rare type of ether crystal. Our employer always provides us with carrots and gives us marked routes to follow. As for what those crystals are used for, we've asked before, but they've never given us a straight answer.
So, your employer discovered a hidden vein of ether crystals here in the Lost Void.
No, not exactly. Each time they send us out, they give us different carrots and destination coordinates. We never really know what the paths are like until we're already en route. And honestly, there were even a few times when it felt like we ended up in the exact same fissure as before. But I remember the crystals hadn't been there the last time we passed by.
A mobile crystal stalagmite formation. Interesting. And what about miasma? Did you or your companions ever encounter any? Or perhaps any ethereals spawn from it?
Miasma? What's that?
Okay, let me phrase it differently. Have your coworkers been having any unusual dreams lately? Perhaps about suddenly making a fortune?
No. But they did mention they'd been dreaming lately. One of them dreamed of the fall of the old capital. In the dream, he missed the Defense Force's request for veteran backup due to a comms failure. And so, he evacuated his whole family early enough to make it safely to New Eridu. Another dream, she was given a perfectly accurate carrot route. She entered a companion hollow alone, and was able to save the dog that had been with her for 10 years. To be honest, I also had a dream. I saw my sister. She... Never mind.
I know what you encountered now.
God.
As for what happened in your dreams, I won't press you further. There's no need to reopen old wounds. Once you get out, remember to take some time and learn about miasma. But for now, give me a copy of the carrot you used on this trip, and...
Alright.
take this. You should leave as soon as you can.
You're... from Yunquay Summit? Then...
Yeah.
Here, take this. I'm never coming back to this place again, but this is something our employer gives us every time. Consider it a sort of special supply. Maybe it'll be helpful to you, too. Or perhaps it'll give you some clues?
Okay. Ooh. Alright then. I wonder if this story is like really short. Oh, great heavens.
My blade is already sheathed. No room for mercy. It's over.
Let's make this quick.
There you go.
Cycle of yin and yang.
Your
You.
fate is sealed.
I can use ult
Evil
twice?
shall be purged.
2 times in a row. Dang.
Be gone.
Oh, that's gonna be really good for not Caesar's ult, but Miyabi.
I won't
Oh,
budge.
well, crap.
And one step.
I forgot that I'm basically immortal
One step further.
with Caesar's shield. The only downside are the enemies.
What a nuisance.
What is it? Damage. Alright. Oh, hopefully there isn't like more than one step to this or something. And instead it's just one thing. Oh. only got to do this one more time, and then that's it. Alright then, well we can... Yeah, this... Oh, crap. Well, screw it. My bad. I didn't think that that there'd be a whole bunch of dialogue and whatnot. Wow. Hey, Roland.
Ishwan Shifu, did you manage to find any leads?
Yes, those victims you mentioned were not investigators. They were hired to enter the Lost Void and illegally mine ether crystals.
Ether crystals? I mean, sure, if that's what they're after, I get it. Ether crystals can be refined into ether energy. But even the ones in Hollow Zero aren't much different from those in any companion hollows. Why risk everything to come all the way into the Lost Void for crystals?
There's only one way to know for certain. We should see for ourselves.
You mean, you know where they were headed?
I happened to encounter one of the miners. I asked her a few questions and acquired her carrot. If regular ether crystals aren't worth all the risks, then her employer must be seeking something far more rare, something that moves on its own.
Moving ether crystals? How is that even possible?
Is it so unbelievable? The Hollows are teeming with countless moving ethereals, fissures, and hollow raiders. Is it really so unthinkable that one or two of those beings may like roaming around while carrying ether crystals?
Really? You don't find it strange?
Every person, or ethereal, has their own ambitions. But those fake investigators, they knew nothing of miasma.
Okay, I see. Then what are we supposed to do now? Are we really going to chase some walking ether crystals through the hollow?
The woman I encountered, her being stranded may have been an unexpected incident to her employer as well. She gave me a useful supply item, and assuming nothing has changed, her carrot should still be working.
A supply item? What kind? Hold on. I think I've seen something like this before. It looks like gear from Rusty Cliff. If she's with Tops, then yeah, it makes sense why she knows so much about the Lost Void. But the question remains, if it's just some fancy kind of ether crystal, why all the secrecy?
If this matter is entangled with affairs outside the Hollow, then it lies beyond my concern. But here in the Lost Void, I gave you my word. So I shall do all I can to help you gather more clues. If the connection between this incident and miasma turns out to be a mere coincidence, then I shall have my disciples carry out a separate investigation. For now, let us head to the destination indicated by the carrot as soon as we can.
Alright, what about you? Sure. Alright, let's see our path. So, just go straight and then pick a random one? Or wait. Oh, these two are both the same, so it doesn't even matter where we go. Alright. Oh yeah, this is just another... Oh, I'll take this. And there you go. Alright. I guess let's do this. Go left. Left. Right. Left. Yeah, her tail has its own personality. Hello there. All the ethereals have oh my god, here have already been cleared out by her. You can move forward now. Good luck. Okay. Something's off. I usually transfer. Is there something else? Did you forget something? Use patiently and silent and watch the person across from her. Here, take it. Oh, so she was... Okay. This side quest is very interesting. Yeah, I didn't think he had much to say. Let's just get this, and there you go. How much do I need to fully merge them? Like, god dang, I had 3. Hello. Oh. God. Oh.
Let's make this quick.
Holy crap.
There's no retreat now.
Boom.
Awaken!
Take them all.
And kaboom.
Too slow.
Oh, we don't have a Zenless. Alright then. There you go. Alright then. Yes. Yes. Oh, I just love how everything is 3. Alright, let's do this timed one, because that one seems to be shorter. Alright, there you go.
My blade is already sheathed.
Alright. We can get all that stuff back. Oh, Orphe and Magnus. Hello there. Since I ran into you, I'll just hand over the defense force supplies directly to you. She just cleared out a few groups of ethereals and got exhausted. She's catching her breath. She didn't mean to ignore you. It's okay, Orphe. Thanks. I mean, alright. Let's see what you have to offer. Yes. And then, yes. And can't get any more. What about you? You are new, so sure. Alright, and the final battle. How long is this? 40 something minutes? Oh, only 37. Oh, what the hell? There you go. These are so good. Oh, don't you dick to me.
I'm unstoppable.
And then
It's over. Victory.
there you
The
go.
only option.
You can just pop ult. Oh wait, hold up. There you go. Can you like maybe frost up? Thank you. What the hell? Holy crap. What the? There we go. Oh shoot, alright.
Courage is power. Knowledge is too.
Swift and decisive.
Boom.
I swear on my blade. Yeah.
I wonder what happened to my ability to pop ult twice. Can I like switch characters to use? Not that I'm gonna do that anymore. Oh wait. Oh, I can still do it. There you go. Yeah, Caesar is definitely a must get.
The ether crystals here aren't the usual variety, but I can't really tell what's special about them either. Ishwan Shifu, Anything on your end?
Just an ethereal who likes roaming around with ether crystals on its back.
Wait, so it actually does exist? Are you talking about one of the ethereals we just fought? But they didn't seem...
No. The ones just now were no different from the miasma-corrupted ethereals in Lemnian Hollow. But here, I see signs of a much bigger ethereal. A true large ethereal. The kind worthy of a dedicated entry in White Star Institute's exploration records. Not the weaklings we just faced.
So the large ethereal, does it have anything to do with the rare ether crystals here?
From what I can tell, it seems more like a traveler in a rush, leaving their luggage behind.
Then what about the miasma? What's the connection between the two?
Captain Roland, have you ever seen someone toss a coin into a wishing pool?
Of course, but...
The
From
same
what I
texting
hear,
again.
you're
She
one of
said
the few
pool, but the
academics in
text
the
said
Defense
well.
Force,
That's weird.
And you're familiar with the many strange phenomena of Hollow Zero. But as for myself, I'm merely a newcomer. I cannot deduce the movement patterns of a large ethereal with only scattered crystal remains and traces of miasma. Your expectations may be a bit much even for a wishing pool.
Sorry.
The miasma readings in the area are still fluctuating. We should keep moving. As for the miasma, I'm afraid this is as far as we can investigate for now. The miasma here seems to share the same source as that in Lemnian Hollow. Those investigators were likely tailing that large ethereal. Their miasma contamination may simply have been an unforeseen incident. Whether Lemnian Hollow or Hollow Zero is the true origin of the miasma remains unclear, but if I had to choose, I would place my bet on Hollow Zero. There are too many mysteries surrounding the miasma. I can only hope there isn't another place in the world like Hollow Zero, a place that completely defies all normal logic.
Understood. I'll take some samples from these crystals and send them somewhere safer. I'll ask someone at the outpost to help analyze them. If there are any new developments, I will contact you immediately.
Sweet. Alright, how much time? 42. Going over to 43. I wonder if that was it. It is a side mission, so there shouldn't be so much to it. Have you finished reading the files? Finished reading. Alright, let's hear what Captain Roland has to say about the investigation process. Hold up, we need another friend. Of course, she's also an old friend of Belle. Ray.
After the last investigation, Magus and Trigger had brought back similar ether crystal samples. I compared them and passed everything on to Ray.
That's right. Given that there have been previous encounters with another large ethereal, I decided to search the archives for any matching records on these crystals.
Any findings?
If we're talking about the Association's databases, then no, nothing at all.
She sounds
Luckily,
a little
Roland brought up that
familiar.
this might be connected to Rusty Cliff. And when it comes to understanding a big company, I reckon the best place to look is their financial reports. Ishu and Shifu, are you familiar with the scope of Rusty Cliff's business?
I'm afraid not. Please, go ahead.
Compared to a traditional mining group, Tops's Rusty Cliff has some unusual revenue entries. Part of their profits are attributed to an ethereal named Hoba. People used to think they profited from ethereals by just collecting samples from ones they encountered while exploring hollows, and then using them to produce precious relics or other hollow exploration supplies. But that kind of revenue should be pretty unstable. Especially since HSO isn't supposed to let creatures like that roam freely in the hollows.
Unless those crystals are rare.
Exactly. If the real thing Rusty Cliff has been profiting from is some special kind of ether crystal they found on Hoba, then it all makes sense. Maybe Hoba simply likes collecting ether crystals, and the company just robs it all the time. Or maybe it nests in fissures where those crystals naturally grow, and they keep raiding its home for valuables.
Unfortunately, we don't even know what makes the crystals profitable.
We'll need more info to ascertain that.
What about the miasma?
Unfortunately, I searched every database I have access to for the keywords Rusty Cliff and Hoba, but I didn't find anything linking them to miasma.
So the miasma's just a coincidence? No, it can't be.
I agree. It's unlikely that Hoba and Miasma just randomly cross paths in Hollow Zero.
Sorry, if there is nothing further, then I have something I need to tell you. I'm afraid other tasks require my attention at Yunquei Summit. As for the mysteries of Hoba, Miasma, and those ether crystals, I shall leave them in your hands. Should you need further assistance...
If what we need is an outstandingly sharp and talented investigator, then I think we found the best candidate.
Indeed.
Yup. Das Bo.
Wait, you're not talking about me, are you?
You are indeed an excellent candidate.
I'm so quirky.
My most trusted independent investigation team captain. I'll be counting on you.
There's no rush for the moment, though. I'm still trying to gain clearance for a related file. If I manage to get it, I'll be in touch right away.
Got it. In the meantime, I'll keep analyzing these ether crystals. Let's see what's so special about them.
Alright. Is that it? Commission complete. Alright. This video was... It felt shorter, but then again, it was also longer. Let's go check and see what she's got to say. Oh, okay. Just reviewing a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, well, I'll snatch you and snatch you. Alright. Well, that'll be it. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I shall see y'all on the next adventure. Bye-bye.